Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to give you the top 10 things you need to know about dating someone that has Venus in Virgo. Also make sure to stick around to the end for the hashtag Ask Astrology Guy question and answer. Okay, so no more wasting time. Here are the top 10 things you need to know about dating someone with Venus in Virgo. Let's go. Number 10, they are hard to read. Someone with Venus in Virgo is a bit reserved and doesn't overtly express how they feel until they really get to know someone. So they can be a bit mysterious and hard to figure out initially. Number 9, they catch everything. Don't think that you can get anything by someone with Venus in Virgo. Just because they didn't say something doesn't mean they didn't notice every little detail about every little thing going on around them. Number 8, their flirting style isn't typical. Someone with Venus in Virgo has a flirting style that goes under the radar, but if you find them doing nice things for you and putting forth effort to make you more comfortable or offering to help you out without you having to ask, chances are they're catching a vibe. Number 7, if you are a show off, they are turned off. Someone with Venus in Virgo is understated themselves because they find that attractive. If you're loud and overtly looking for attention, you won't get theirs. Number 6, constructive criticism is one of their love languages. If you find that they are constantly telling you what needs improvement, try not to take it personally. It's actually one of the ways they show you that they love you. They love honest, direct communication, so they will give you their honest opinion, even if it's a bit harsh. Number 5, they value their alone time. Time is a precious gift to all of us, but no one values it like someone with Venus in Virgo. And if they need a bit of alone time and you respect that instead of taking it personally, they will greatly appreciate it. Number 4, they will give love their all. If there is one thing you can count on with someone that has Virgo and Venus, it is that they don't halfway do anything. And a relationship is no different. It may take them a while to get to the point where they're ready to fully commit, but once they do, they will do everything in their power to give the relationship the love and devotion it deserves. Number 3, they are practical with money. Like all earth sign energy, Virgo Venus is big on planning for the future. So don't expect them to break the bank every weekend on date night, but you can count on them to have a great plan and nest egg for the future. Number 2, they have a high sex drive. Just like someone with sun sign in Virgo, someone with Venus in Virgo does have physical connection high on their priority list of necessities. So if that's not high on your priority list, you might want to look elsewhere. If it is high on your priority list and you find yourself in a relationship with them, then congratulations. And the number one thing you need to know about dating someone with Venus in Virgo is the best way to please them is to show them that you notice and appreciate all that they do. Someone with Venus in Virgo is in a constant state of trying to make things work and work well. And if you are in a relationship with them, you may not even realize how much they do because they aren't showy or loud about it. But if you do show them how much you appreciate them and their efforts, they will love you consistently, honestly, and deeply. So our hashtag Ask Astrology Guy question comes from Elvira Schoenheim, and Elvira says, I'm an Aries with Pisces moon, Virgo rising, and Pisces Venus. My boyfriend is a Sagittarius with Aries moon and Scorpio Venus and Mercury. I noticed that he isn't very communicative about his feelings while I just throw everything out. Am I overwhelming him, or how do I get him to open up? Thanks for this great question, Elvira. I think this topic is gonna help a lot of people. Okay, so you being an Aries with Pisces moon and Virgo rising, you naturally are not only gonna have many emotions going on because of that Pisces moon of yours, but you also will do a lot of analyzing when it comes to those emotions because of your Virgo rising, and because of your Aries sun sign and Pisces Venus, you will for sure have the desire to open up and share what you're feeling. Being able to share those feelings with the person that you're with is very important to you. Not to mention, you are the feminine energy in the relationship, so emotional connection is also very important to you, and feeling connected for you does mean, like I said, sharing your feelings. Now your boyfriend, although you two are compatible, which is great, he's wired very differently in terms of how he processes his emotions. In his normal day-to-day life, he doesn't filter things through an emotional lens to the same degree that you do because his moon is fire as opposed to water like your moon sign. Now, of course, he does experience emotions because he is human, but he isn't going to feel the need to share any of those emotions just for the sake of sharing them or in order to feel closer to you. He shares his emotions if he feels like it's necessary in order to solve a problem or to deal with an issue that's going on. Being double fire like he is, you can can rest assured that if he's unhappy about something, he's gonna share it for sure. He's much more of a thinker than a feeler, so for him, he's gonna feel more connected to you when it comes to physical displays of affection as opposed to verbal displays of affection. So you aren't overwhelming him at all when you share your feelings, but if you are expecting him to share in return, you may come up having unfulfilled expectations, and not because he doesn't feel comfortable sharing with you, and it's absolutely not because he doesn't care or because he has a hard time talking about his feelings. It's just much of the time he isn't processing life through an emotional lens, so he doesn't have much to share when it comes to talking about his feelings. Now, if you ask his opinion about something, or even if you ask for his advice in some area, he will be much more likely to engage in that conversation with some excitement. But sharing feelings isn't going to interest him much, and like I said, it's not because he doesn't care or because he's uncomfortable necessarily. So rest assured, if it's regarding something important that has a major effect on the relationship, he will be comfortable sharing his perspective and his experience. So if you're worried he doesn't feel comfortable enough to share with you and you want to make sure he does feel comfortable, just let him know by saying something like, I just want you to know I'm always here, open and ready to listen anytime there's something you want to discuss. Then you have to trust that if there is something he feels like is important enough to address, he will address it. But overall, he's gonna have much less of an emotional experience with life in general in comparison to you, because you two are wired very differently in that area, which actually creates a great balance. And if there is something specifically you wanna know, just ask him directly. I'm sure that won't bother him at all. Just make sure to say first, hey, there's something I want to ask you, let me know when a good time is. You don't want to just bust in and start talking about something, because he won't be as receptive if you handle it that way. But if you say, let me know when a good time is, he will love the fact that you respect him enough to give him the opportunity to switch from his thinking brain and to finish whatever he's doing at the time to being more receptive and ready to share with you. So it's great that you're emotionally open and communicative, and that you care enough to make sure that he is comfortable enough to open up with you. And I'm sure it doesn't overwhelm him at all. It will actually make him feel that much more comfortable discussing things with you. But you do want to make sure not to put expectations on him to be more emotionally open, when the case may be that he just might not be experiencing things through an emotional filter. With him being double fire, it's much more about actions than words when it comes to expressing himself. With that chart of yours, I'm sure you are very loving and he appreciates that about you. And just remember, he is much more likely to show his appreciation with actions as opposed to words. So I hope that answers your question. Thanks again, Elvira. Okay, so there you have it. The top 10 things you need to know when dating someone with Venus in Virgo, and some insight on how to navigate a relationship where one of you is a bit more verbally expressive with your emotions, and how to make sure you both feel comfortable enough to open up when necessary. I really hope you all enjoyed the information. If you did, hit that like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Keep those hashtag Ask Astrology Guy questions coming. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and hang out with me. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.